Greetings, Marsh here, and welcome to episode 74 of my modded Factorio playthrough. To properly set this up, we're going to have to give the plastic bars somewhere to go. So, alright, well, let's finish up with all of this here first. We need to get the barrels in. There's two different ways. One is siphoning from here, and the other one is siphoning from up there. It would be a little easier. We rotated these around. So the barrels come in through here. So they can come in through the side. And then the full barrels could come down here. How's carbon dioxide doing? Well, it's going quite quick. It's not red anymore, so that's good. We have a tiny bit of residual gas. Okay, it didn't do anything. Oh, I see. It's just slowly wafting its way in there. That's fine. Okay, the barrels need to go all the way, I believe, on top. Yes. So up here. We don't need the line to go here, but since it's already in this vicinity, it would be symmetrical if we continue to do it like this. Uh-oh, sapphirite's running pretty low. 2.5. Well, those patches are actually pretty thick right there, so we've got a little bit of time left. Actually, this barrel setup might be somewhat more symmetrical if we did it in a slightly different way. If it came in through this side instead. So the fresh barrels came in this way. Okay, those shouldn't intermingle. Something like that. Now let's disconnect this. And it's a good thing we have that storage silo for all these extra barrels, because I would hate to have to make all these over again. Wow, that was quick. Alright, so we need somewhere to store all of our resources. Oh, okay. That's actually pretty close to where we need to go. So let's see. Well, but we do want to remove this line. So if the barrels didn't go through there. Right, and that should go all the way to our storage area. Let's put all these barrels away. So the line should be nice and clean now. Okay. Okay, we've got a warehouse. So eventually some residual gas barrels are going to make it down here. So we need a second warehouse. Set this to residual gas barrel. But since a chance exists that a barrel will make it past here and not get picked up properly, we need to do a bit of a loop to give barrels a second chance to get picked up if they're missed the first time around. So something like this, and just loop the barrels and they'll eventually get picked up as necessary. Where are those residual gas barrels? Oh, there they are. They're so alone. And there they go. Something else I would like to do is put all of these resources away. Let's see, they're consumed in here, so if we just... Oh, we're nowhere near going to be able to store all these. Yep, we're going to have to get this assembly line working first. Well, then, there's only a couple more things to take care of here. One thing I would like to do is do a small improvement to the water setup. And by water, I mean just the offshore pump, because we're putting a lot of stress on this thing, and I'm not entirely confident that it's going to hold up. So, let's build a petrochem tank. Just drop it right in here. So now that thing's gonna fill that up, and this will be a bit of a buffer. And since we're here, let's make some signal lights. We want it to always be full, so probably something similar to how we did sulfuric acid. If we use a tiny bit of landfill, we can place this right here. These numbers are pretty good, so we'll just use them. So where's water at? They're all water, technically. Okay. There it is. There we go. It should always be full. That's just a little buffer in case the pump can't keep up. I don't know if it's going to be able to or not, but... the minefield of pipes. I think that's all of the hookups. We just need to hook up where we want that plastic to go. Where do we want it to go? Well, it makes sense that it would come down on this belt right here, since it's already here and straight. It might be a bit of a zigzag, but can we just come in straight through here and get onto the belt this way? I think we can. So, alright, so that's wood. So those are used. Looks like these are our extra resources, so probably the one below resin is the first available slot. So something like that. And then right here, how about let's just do a zigzag and a red underground so we can go underneath that. Although actually it looks like a yellow will work. There we go. Okay, so where is the blockage at? Alright, so propane gas is empty. Residual gas is empty. Okay, we're not making any steam. Oh, because water isn't hooked up. Okay. Oh yeah, we are going to see if this is enough to fire this whole thing. Yep, they're both full of 100 steam. So they're running at full power. Now we're going to start pumping out the plastic. In the meantime, there's a couple more things we can do. To go further down the chain, we actually need to research plastics. And that's going to require a chemical plant. Now we already have the chemical plant because we got it from a different type of research. But we just need to do this one to get there, so... And while we're here, we can just keep dumping all of these green algae into these liquefiers until we've used it all. How's electricity? It's probably going to be... Well, it's not too bad. I was thinking it would be really bad, but it's probably because we're not running everything yet. We're only running half the setup here. Look at all that juicy plastic. Although, they're not running at full power here. So 120 divided by 4.5 is 2.6. That seems to support what's going on, so I'm not sure how I messed up the ratio on that, but it seems like I did. Let's get rid of that flashing there. Yeah, I'm not sure how I messed up the ratio there, but things could never be perfect. There's always something that gets in the way. 120 divided by 45 is 2.6, so just about 3 of these. So let's disconnect this and let all these empty out, and let's redo it real quick. Should be a sufficiently small enough change where I don't think we're going to have to use robots. Okay, so we needed 3 in total. Looks like the middle point is right here. We'll just space them like this, so it's symmetrical. So 40 every 2 seconds times 0.75 is 15, so we need 2. Okay. Let's try this out. I guess I could move that up a little bit if I really wanted to, but I'm sad now because the ratio isn't perfect, so I'm not going to. Okay, let's see if this is balanced. The only thing that's not is going to be these right here. Okay, so we ran out because we don't have any more resources. We need to put more algae into the machines. It'll take a few moments for them to get here. Yeah, it's not all green because we just can't test this thing at full output right now. The algae is getting consumed too quickly. So let's just get rid of all this algae. I put it in and then it disappears. See, we have these wood pellets that we can't really do anything with right now. And the cellulose fibers. Okay, I think it's time to fire up the entire factory here. Although not quite, we still need to empty these of the extra mineralized water, but at least this is going to take quite some time. Actually, it's going pretty quickly. See, these bottom ones aren't running yet. Looks like because the top one is filling up all the way. There they go. Now the bottom ones are going. It's going to take a few seconds for this to run at full power. This thing filled up. I wonder if I should put a balancer here. It's not really necessary. For now, I'm going to do it just to help with this balance checking here. Still not quite running at completely full power, which is a little frustrating. Even though it's pretty close. It's not that far off. Electricity's doing okay. Alright, water's starting to run a little low. So if I pick up this tank, all the water should shift to this other tank. At least I hope. Okay, it did. Excellent. Then hook it up. Right there. And officially hook it up to the liquefier. That will start running when that hits 40. Okay, lots of green lights. Not sure what I miscalculated. I'm sure when I go back in the video recording when I'm editing, I'm going to figure exactly what I messed up, and it's going to be simple. But let's see, we did chemical plants, so let's research plastic, which will give us access to our plastic pipes. Probably should have started that research earlier, because it looks like a pretty big one. Yeah, it looks like this one just barely needs to run in order to keep up. It's just barely 2 of them. But everything looks good, and power is fairly high, but within limits. Technically. Lots of green. It's close enough. Alright, this tank looks like it's gonna fire up soon. Let's make sure this can keep up. Oh, really? That was actually required. Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay, it should fire up momentarily. Yep, it can keep up easily. And we're full on plastic, just like that. Well, might as well clear out the inventory and take care of other stuff while we're waiting for plastics to research. Starting to get low on sapphire, but it's not critical, so again, I'm gonna put it off because I'm being lazy. We can control what goes into the crawler's inventory by locking things out like this. There's no specific reason for them to be in this loss, but it just makes it a little cleaner. Got more wood. Lots more. Back to the reverse factory. This time, nothing too crazy. I guess I'll put the wood pellets off to the side here since we don't have an immediate need for it. We'll get to them eventually. Yay, plastics is done. I believe that unlocks what we've been working towards all this time. Batteries! And we have all the things necessary to build them. So, research. Let's make some plastic pipes. Luckily, they are very simple to make. Recipe's the same as these other types of pipes. So we just need a belt coming in. Something like right there. And then 2, 3. So we'll make regular pipes on the bottom, the undergrounds on the top. Put some boxes between. Looks like we did them like this. And limit the chest. Don't want to make that mistake again. And then we need to get the plastic up in here. And there we go. Make some juicy plastic pipes. Awesome. Now we can remove this. Place the plastic pipes in their place, and now we can actually tell the difference between steel and plastic, which is amazing. And we have to go about the effort of replacing every pipe in the factory. But we'll get to that in a little bit. For now, we can remove this pipe making machine. We no longer need stone pipes for anything. So we get rid of those. And we need a power line. Bridge the gap. That's all the time we have for today, so I'll see you on the next episode. Thanks for watching.